Ready? I'll call the meeting to order. Please rise for the pledge of allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Public comment. None here. Seeing none online. Have the other commissioners had a chance to read the minutes?
Yes, I've read both sets of minutes from the 13th and the 20th. I would make a motion to approve.
Both?
Yes.
Sorry. It's been moved and seconded to accept both sets of minutes. All in favor, say aye. Aye. Passes 3-0. Are there any additions to the agenda?
I have a couple of motions I'm gonna make.
Okay. Okay, new business, Atchison County Extension capital outlay approval. We have a PO in the amount of $5,000 for to go towards a Ricoh copier. This will be the $5,000 that's been in capital outlay for a while, and they wish to use it. Do I hear a motion to accept?
So moved.
I'll second.
It's been moved and seconded. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
I'm sorry, I went right past commissioner comments. Do you have comment?
I do not.
Did you have anything for the comments?
Yes. So last Friday, I attended the Northeast Kansas County Officials Association meeting. It was in Marysville, Kansas, with county commissioners from all over Northeast Kansas. I went up with the Register of Deeds, the county clerk, and then our appraiser. And it was a really good time, beneficial to be able to brainstorm with other county commissioners. And then the other thing I wanted to address was the commissioners received a letter yesterday from Atchison County Farm Bureau asking commissioners and telling us our obligation to our voters to talk about the tipping fees. So I just wanted to read the letter. And I apologize, I'm a little unprepared, but everything happened so quickly here at the county that I just wanted to read it so that everyone knows where I stand and why I stand. So received this email yesterday, and it was addressed to the Atchison County Commissioners. We are excited about the opportunity to vote on lowering our sales tax and turning it into a dedicated tax that will bring to an end the animosity that exists in our county on this issue so healing can begin. We are finding initial reaction to this quite promising. Recently, the Atchison City Council reviewed the costs if this ballot passes. While we find them incomplete in their analysis, we understand politics. But the issue that was raised multiple times in their meeting was to create doubt that county commissioners might not eliminate tipping fees if this ballot initiative passes and that the tax becomes dedicated. We are asking you as commissioners who we feel have an obligation to your voters to tell us in a resolution whether you will vote to eliminate tipping fees if the ballot initiative passes. We understand future commissioners or circumstances may cause the tipping fee revenue source to be considered again, but that will be for future commissioners to be held accountable. What is important is that we know where our commissioners stand currently if the ballot initiative passes. We hope you can address this soon, as Atchison County voters will like to know the standing of the county commissioners on this issue before the upcoming election. Thank you for your consideration. So I had a lot of thoughts initially, and as a commissioner, I lean on the resources here at the county and our experts. So I had emailed this to our county treasurer and our county clerk and our finance director for their input, as Connie is our treasurer, is the in and out of our 897 fund. And Mark obviously is our finance director. I also reached out to Derek Franklin, who's the chair of the Solid Waste Committee, for his input as well. A few things with this, if anyone follows along with the county commission meetings, several months ago, I was pushing every meeting or many meetings to eliminate the tipping fee. And I was the only one willing to do that. Fast forward, now we've set ourselves up to reduce our countywide sales tax from 1% down to 0.75%. And there's no basically there's no guarantee that we will generate enough revenue. So it's been brought to me, K.S.A, if you don't generate enough revenue, you're going to raise my property taxes. I have told constituents, looked them in the eye and said, I have zero desire in raising property taxes. I feel like tipping fees, if there's a shortfall in revenue, that tipping fees would be a good avenue to explore. I received feedback from our financial director that he would not recommend removing tipping fees charged unless we're able to account for another revenue source. So, and then also my concern is I really enjoy being a county commissioner, and I hope that I will be a future commissioner. And so I'm holding myself accountable to not pass a resolution on a whim or a prediction that we are unsure of without, because I want to hold myself accountable. Now, with that being said, if there is ample revenue as we're sitting on, and everything looks great, absolutely. Like, we're not going to charge tipping fees if we're generating a sales tax to pay for services and we have enough revenue. But the way things sit today, after talking to elected officials and our finance director, I could not be on board for eliminating tipping fees via resolution based on the feedback and everything going on here at the county. So just wanted to explain that so everyone that I represent knows where I stand. So that's all I have.
Okay, thank you. I have no comments today. Okay, let's skip forward to the capital outlays, and next we'll go to the POs for District Court. There's two POs. I guess we'll handle these separately. First was a big one for shelving, steel beams and shelving that went. It was through credit card, so it's, I guess, through Menards. The amount is $1,723.30. Do I hear a motion to approve this from capital outlay to?
So moved.
I'll second.
It's been moved and seconded. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Passes 3-0. And then there's a small PO for to the hardware store for, I think, bits and pieces that go along with this project here in the amount of $131.91 to the hardware store. Do I hear a motion to accept?
So,
Second.
It's been moved and seconded. All in favor, say aye.
aye.
All opposed? Okay. Wes Snyder, are you on? You okay?
I am. Good afternoon, Commission. How are you doing?
Okay, thank you for being here.
Good.
Describe this.
Yes, I had a purchase order before you today in the amount of $3,232, and that is for the replacement for an encoder for our siren system throughout the county. That is our secondary activation point that is out here at my office. So if something would ever happen to dispatch, this would be the alternate place to sound the sirens from. It also tests the sirens on a daily basis every day at 3 p.m. Do you have any other questions? Oh, it's to Blue Valley Public Safety in the amount of $3,232.
So moved.
A second.
It's been moved and seconded to accept. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Passes 3-0.
Thank you very much. Have a great day.
Thank
You,
you.
Wes. Okay, older unfinished business, county council.
I have some new business.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yes, that would be the place to interject.
I'd like to make a motion that when the county sales tax question is passed, that we remove tipping fees effective January 1st, 2023. And that the shortfall, if there is ever a shortfall, we have $1,009,000 in our 897 fund that is for this specific purpose. That's a motion.
Okay, I'll second that. Is there discussion?
So I have discussion, sorry, I was looking for, oh, it's right here. I just have a few questions. So we have $1,009,000 currently, and right now we're still waiting on reimbursement from the city, which is, Connie could probably tell me better than just me, but 400 and some typically. And then we also allocated 490,000 for capital improvements in 2023 that will come out of that fund too. So $1 million gets shrunk down pretty quickly. And then also certifying to the state our budget with the tipping fee revenue included does that cause any issues, Patrick? That, I mean, we just certified last week that we're going to collect $300,000 of tipping fees.
I mean, budgets are estimates
Okay.
for sure, but that wouldn't create by itself wouldn't create a budget violation.
Okay.
You probably will need to amend the budget if you do that. But we do a budget amendment most years.
Okay.
Then I'll call for a vote. All in favor, say aye. Aye. All opposed?
Aye.
Passes 2-1.
I have a couple other things here.
Okay.
We have a tipping fee by resolution, so are you wanting to? You're not wanting to change that, you're wanting to. Maybe I'm mistaken. Did you want a resolution drawn up?
No, I just made a motion of it.
Just a motion, so not by, okay, good.
I'd like to make a motion that we allow WDM architects do a engineering design service at the county Memorial Hall, $24,150 to be used to use ARPA funds to determine an analysis of the condition of the building and what maybe further steps might be done to improve it.
I will second that.
It's been moved and seconded. Any discussion?
I'd just like to mention that the fee breakout is architectural scope 12,600, mechanical scope 4,300, electrical scope 4,250, and structural scope 3,000.
Okay,
Good. I got another motion.
well, we haven't voted on this.
Okay, I'm sorry.
All in favor, say aye.
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 Passes 3-0. I'd like to make a motion that our joint communications committee, which is made up of sheriff, emergency management, EMS, the Atchison fire chief, and a fire chief at large, remain in place when the sales tax question is voted and approved, effective immediately after its approval.
I'll second that, and I think there needs to be discussion. I'm seeing a question.
Well, I'm just wondering, can we do that? I mean, there's. Um. There's a board. And there's. No bylaws and there's like, I'm looking for guidance from you, Patrick.
I think you could adopt, I think you could. You could vote on that statement, yes.
Okay, can you reiterate the statement? Sorry, I wasn't.
Well, I
I
don't
didn't-
have it necessarily written down. Let me give it one try.
Oh.
I move that the joint communication committee continue in place to guide us into the future, consisting of the sheriff, emergency manager, the fire chief, the EMS director, and an at-large fire representative from the fire representative from at large, and also two commissioners from the city commission and the county commissioner sit as ex officio members.
So would they have the same powers they currently do?
But they would guide us.
It would just be more like the solid waste committee, which would be for guidance only.
They're the people who use it. I would take all their advice if they get it, so.
Jimmy,
As an advisory committee or as
I
a,
didn't say that, I said a guiding committee
right,
to guide us. The joint communications.
I think I'd like to table that for more discussion because I'm not following.
I think I would table it too, because I think there needs to be a definition of how that, I think they have more power or over the like budget process and stuff than what our solid waste board does.
Well, and also a concern is the police chief wasn't named in those people. For me,
I'm interested in it. I think it's a good idea to put
Can you
forward.
table it?
Do I have to table it, or do we vote on table it? Do I just,
Was there a second?
there was a second. I seconded it.
So
So
table it.
I'll table it till
All
next
in
week,
favor?
and we'll have a little bit of all in favor of tabling it.
Aye.
Okay. We'll put that on the agenda for next week. I'd like to look into that a little bit more. so. Okay,
if we could have something in writing to review instead of just verbal listening at the table would be helpful.
okay. Do you have anything further? No? Okay. Now we'll go on to county council updates. Pat?
I don't have anything to add today.
Okay, underneath that, we do have the Benedictine College series.
Oh, yeah.
Tax exempt conversion.
There should be some people on from Benedict, Christy Tolles and Stan Suter. Oh, and Tracy Chapman from Gilmore and Bell.
Good afternoon.
Hello.
Hi, Christy.
First, if you guys don't mind, I think this is a great opportunity to introduce Stan Sluter, our new Chief Business Officer at the college.
Hello.
Hi, Mr.
Hi, everyone.
Something
Thanks
to come up.
for having us. My wife and I just moved to Atchison in July from Albuquerque, New Mexico. We're excited to be here and be in your community, and wish we could have met in person, but this will have to settle for the two-dimensional version of one another for now. So thanks for hearing this matter, and thanks for your service to the county.
Awesome. Welcome to Atchison County.
Can you tell me what your title is again? I'm sorry, I didn't catch it.
Chief Business Officer. So Ron Olinger was the Chief Financial Officer, but because of some duties that don't typically fall under the CFO, the board decided to change the title to Chief Business Officer.
So you are a replacement for Rob?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
All right, well, thank you for coming. All right, please explain to us and to the public what you're asking here.
Yeah, I'll start us off, and then Tracy, please jump in to correct me, anything I misstate. So we're asking for approval to convert our 2020D taxable bonds to tax exempt bonds. These bonds replaced the 2014 bonds, and at the time, the 2014 bonds were not callable. They become callable on October 1, and so we'd like your approval with that conversion. That will allow us to get a lower discount rate. And the positive is it will only take up 335,000 of your guys' annual $10 million limit.
I move to approve.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded to approve. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Passes 3-0. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Chris.
Okay.
Thanks all.
Thank you.
And these only need the signature of the chairman. And these other two also that didn't have
Yes.
designated. Okay.
We wanna. That if you approve that, that would allow for the memorial home faster payment.
Are we ready to approve our internal control document?
If that's what you want to do.
I didn't know if you guys had a chance to review it.
I reviewed it.
I have. So yes, I would be fine with that.
Do you want to speak on this document since you put it together?
Sure.
I don't mean to put you on the spot. I
No,
just
it's
don't
okay.
want to take, I mean, you're the one that put the time in. We reviewed it and, but I appreciate the work you put into
Thanks.
creating it.
So, this is the internal control document that allows, kind of protects Atchison County from any malicious behavior. It just kind of puts our policies and our procedures of how we spend federal dollars into 100-page document. There's a lot of rule following in there of how you do things and how you would ask for spending on federal money. This document kind of helps with all of the ARPA monies that the county has received and making sure the i's are dotted and the t's are crossed, basically. Without it, it could open up a lot of the federal government questions of how you've spent things. It could make the audit harder, more challenging, difficult. But with it, it kind of shows that we've done our due diligence. We went through all of the work, just for spending habits done properly. So,
I would make a motion that we approve the integrated internal controls framework as presented from our financial director.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded to accept. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Passes 3-0.
Declare all our signatures.
Thank you.
no, it just needs to be placed in the minutes that we approved it.
Okay.
So
No signatures.
Okay, do you have the other ARPA funding? Are we willing, wanting to go forward with that today, or do we want it on the agenda for next week?
I would probably feel more comfortable on the agenda for next week because I don't really have anything written up to sign or anything that's pretty to
Okay, yeah.
display.
I just want to make sure we get it on the radar, and this is ARPA funds that are affecting the budget for 2023 that we have initially agreed to, and I would like to get those approved ASAP because we've already approved the budget and we definitely need to get those in the hopper to secure those funds. So let's put that on the agenda for next week.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, the next up is executive sessions. Or do we need a executive session? Not seeing any. Public comment again.
Make a motion to adjourn at 1:24 p.m.
I'll second.
It's been moved and seconded to adjourn. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
You're adjourned.
Did you?